I'm just trying to. I don't see anything. No. This is on. No. Okay. What's up, guys? It's Damon. Gonna hear a cast. What great tournament to see when it comes out, and I'm here with Sky Mirage.
Oh.
And
I'm Sky. This is actually my first, or one of the first times I'm looking at the new game mode.
yeah, I managed to play it as well myself, and I definitely didn't realize till later playing so much of it that there is a ability to heal yourself.
Really?
And it's like some parts of the map. Yeah, and I thought that was cool because but either ways I was just kind of just using it without it because just trying to get that practice in. That way you could just try to survive longer and have that mentality, like that 1 HP at all times. But when I found those health orbs, I definitely was able to live longer though.
Yeah,
Playing
I'm really
these
interested
games.
to see how they navigate this new map. Will not be as comfortable as this map as they will be with other ones.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, those placements of the maps are pretty crazy. Just seeing them myself, and the spawn killing isn't too crazy, but we'll see in the future like the changes they will make to just the deathmatch in general.
That's one thing. The game mode's relatively new, so there's not as many, strategies that they may have come out with yet. So we'll have to see how people improvise to play deathmatch.
Yeah, no, that is for certain. There's always something that Riot changes during new things like deadlock. Most importantly,
Of course.
and seeing where she goes.
All right.
I haven't really seen nothing on my screen. If you guys are seeing anything. Oh, perfect. Oh, now I see. That is great. That's the best thing. I don't think it's. I mean, they do have the breach there, but
Yeah, they do.
it's hard to play this game mode with like that isn't very explosive. It gets dull if you're kind of just sitting there as an omen or anything.
Yeah, I feel like you could go for slower plays to get those kills, but it's going to be a lot more effective to just move as a team and go straight down in them and get those kills.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like maybe even if you're really going at this, I feel like probably even adding the sky in.
Yeah, even the sky.
That way, just adding that breed growth around for the players to heal up. I haven't been able to get a lot of ults during this game mode. I think, but which I think might be a great idea. We want to have raise showstopper every 2 seconds.
Something I don't know they've incorporated is I know this in some other games where if you get a knife kill, it does tick down a point from the other team. I don't know if they'd ever think of improvising something like that to add a bit more to the game once a team gets too close to winning, but
I kind of did that the entire day yesterday during my deathmatch. I just went around knifing, waiting for the other player to arrive. Wow, this loading screen is looking like mine, like my PC. My issues this morning. It's crazy. I don't think I've played on District yet. There it is.
all right, looks like we're in.
We're live. Let's see what we can get from these players. This breach utility. So how to utilize his fault line. Oh, we got Jet. J-Mar coming in. Trying to stun with that. No one's really peeking. Okay.
Good
Thing. I want to see that rolling thunder immediately when we get back in.
Go, go, go! We're good.
Other than that, it's interesting to see Riot creating new things. Hopefully we get that replay system soon, because I have been begging for it. deathmatch. It definitely helps with the casual players.
For dead.
So just waiting.
I'm interested to see how people's ults will collide with each other. It's going to be hard to avoid getting collateral on your own teammates when using those ults and abilities.
That is certainly. Oh,
I wonder if you could even for strategy where you do eliminate your own teammate at low health to avoid the other team getting a kill. I do wonder if that would be something they could do.
That is something tactical I do in my ranked games. Oh, it looks like everyone's low. It's great. Oh, they finally upgraded to different stingers, and Jet is down. Trying to get into the action. They're just rushing it down, trying to get all of the action. The best
Very
part.
chaotic so far. Both teams at about 24 kills, pretty even.
I'm out of here.
This is what's interesting about the new team deathmatch thing, because it seems like teams are playing before playing the game itself, getting into the spike routine, but it does show, maybe showcasing your ability to aim. It has its pros as cons before you get into the real match.
It really does. It really does showcase their aim, because you only have so many times to pull out those abilities to actually be able to use them to attack the other team. And if you're there for too long, you have to worry about
That's my president. He's my president. Same with the one taps. They're not even utilizing the stingers anymore.
They're not. A lot of them just resorting to those sheriffs to get that one tap kill, not opting for those spray weapons where one shot will not kill.
Oh, here comes the neon ult. It's the hardest thing to kill someone when the neon's running at max speed 4 at you. It's like the Miami team's taking out our team. What are they? Esports. Now they're upgrading.
Now we're moving into stage 3. People are using the Vandals now. Surprisingly, not as many Vandals. A lot of people opting for the Bulldog.
Yeah, there was an issue. I feel like throughout the times of playing the various death matches, the team death matches, I always usually get to the Vandal at the last second. Usually till the 70 kill round point. And now it seems like they're already having the Vandals at 50.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Now, because this map is smaller, I think a lot of people are not opting to use that Vandal for the long-range fights, not able to spray transfer as they're fighting multiple people at the same time. So I'm picking up a kill with a grenade.
10 seconds until stage change.
And 10 seconds for stage 4.
Clearing out.
It seems like Trey Hard is getting his kills out there.
With Miami up 1 kill, now down a kill.
Rudy's playing the game of his life apparently.
Yeah, Rudy with the 4K, but shut down by Tryhard.
Seems like they're all fighting towards this little pavilion right here. Oh, Tryhard is going crazy.
Yeah, it seems one team's a lot more coordinated, keeping together, while the other team is more spread out. UCF opting to spread out the forces rather than centralizing on Miami here.
The score is close. No matter how many times the other team...
Looks like nobody is going up. Somebody did pull out the op.
This would be a great way to get your cank skills in. Utilizing this op. Trying to get in this very attactive role with an op is very, very hard.
Jamar gets the first kill with an op. And Phoenix and Miami's getting pretty close to his ult. We'll see how he makes use of it. It's going to be really hard to get off a good ult without making yourself vulnerable.
15 kills remaining.
I think we're going to see is a lot of people relying on those characters who do have ultimates that can deal damage. A lot of those utility ults I don't think will be as useful with how fast-paced this is, but if you can get a good Raze ult, a good Neon ult off, I think you can pick up some kills with that.
That is true, because I have been seeing the Neon ult almost.
I would be really
every 5
interested
minutes.
to see if some people try to pick up Chamber to get that off earlier in the game.
Yeah, so with the chamber buffs in, it does seem like the ability to start utilizing him now again.
LFT Drake picking up the ace.
Oh my. 6 piece. Wow. The Phoenixes are out giving out your Happy Meals. Back-to-back pieces, 5 pieces, 4 pieces.
Get out of my
Phoenix
way.
beat Phoenix here. I promise you, I think I've seen the overdrive from Neon at least 12 times.
wow.
And it ends off. Wow.
UCF comes back, being at a few point deficit for most of the game, but comes back to win by 1.
And playing with its president. That's my president.
UCF wins match 1, 100-99. Very close game. We do see the Breach with a lot of assists, but not getting as many kills. I'm curious as if they'll switch him up into a duelist.
Yeah, when you're playing those initiator roles, especially in a team deathmatch, it kind of just fault lining the entire game in the back, right?
Yeah,
At some point, maybe it might be the strat to not even leave spawn and just sit there fault lining the whole game. Whatever
I
your
do think they
teammates are
utilize
thinking
him
too.
more for those blinds. They want to get those blinds out, but I think they could see more usage from maybe switching him to a raise where they can get those grenades to get some of that area control. When you're moving so fast, it can be hard to avoid those incoming abilities, and sometimes you just have to eat those grenades. And when that raise ult comes out, if they're grouped up where they play in this match, that could easily get multiple kills.
And multiple frags we've been seeing. I think the Phoenixes out there were playing pretty of a dominant game. I'm surprised I didn't see their ults enough, but I did see the Neon
We did see
overdrive
that Neon
several
ult come out.
times.
Indeed. Get a few kills with that ult. Really hard to
And then
avoid,
going
especially
back
when you're
in.
worrying about so many people. It can just cause chaos.
Interesting.
This map looks a little less open. We might see a different comps. We see one team looking to lock in that KO. He locks in Yoru. Interesting. Trying to get behind the other team, maybe. We do see a breach on UCF
Flashes
this
are
time.
impossible.
Wow. Very different loadout on this map.
You think the fault line
I think
strat?
we watch out for Rudy. Rudy picked up
Personally,
that...
the Phoenixes. Give me my
Phoenixes
Phoenixes
from last
again.
game were picking up aces. And a big, much different loadout here.
I think Tryhard gets more here. Just first because he was using the Neon, and as a Neon, you're kind of just sprinting the entire game. Dying pretty quickly, just going into the high gear the whole entire game. And a lot of times you kind of just don't even aim because you're just too busy utilizing your E. So maybe
really
in
like
a
the Neon
situation
pick.
with Yoru, he gets kills.
Yeah. I really do like the Neon pick, though, allowing them to get back in the fight that much faster when respawning. And the KO pick I do like, trying to disable the other team's abilities. When they're going to be so close, that KO knife, it can cause a lot of damage, disabling their abilities. Moving their ability to flash or heal. I think this map's going to be a lot more... It's going to be a lot more strategic than the last one. The last one, you only had that one lane to go down to. You're going head on. This map does have those 2 side lanes, and we see 4 opting to go for that top side lane.
I think this might be the only map where you could play a little bit more rattier than the others.
I think so, too.
There's so many corridors, and people are just playing on outlines. Whoa, flick on McTryhard. I told you this guy was going to be the one that's going to change the pace. No longer Neon running.
No, sir.
I think the fights right here with Rudy are probably my favorite parts personally. It's the easiest way to get frags and stay safe.
Yep. Drake picking up a 3K. This one is looking a lot more one-sided. Miami is up by 8 points now. Not looking too good for UCF here.
It's all because McTryhard got off the Neon. I knew it.
He got off to a really good start, picked up a 4K. Now at a 6K.
For Dade.
Reyna at a 4K, Breach at a 4K.
These teams are dominating. I guess they really needed that practice in the beginning of the round, from the beginning map.
Yeah, as I said, this map's a lot more chaotic. It's a lot harder to remain coordinated with your team with those multiple lanes.
Now we're getting the Gecko action to run in. Little buddy is down. lot of fighting in these corridors.
Yeah.
Miami still with a huge
Miami,
lead.
yeah, up by 11 now, up by 12. UCF's going to have to pick it up in round 3 when they get those Vandals and Phantoms. Maybe that's their strong suit. We did see them come back from behind a little bit in the last game, following up in those 3rd and 4th rounds.
How the utility is coming out from all these players.
How the utility coming out? Looks like Gecko at the top there is holding on to that corner pretty tight, waiting for anybody to come around, but nobody's up there.
Trying to play as ratty as it can be. It's the strats that I utilize when I play these nuts. Wow.
Yeah. At some point you have to think, the team that's down is going to have to regroup and try to make something out of this.
The corridors are just so fun to just play in. This space they're utilizing, like it's like long on the behind almost. Like we're just being able to
are.
fight back to back and not take so much damage. And oh my God, Takashi, nice shots. And then people are getting tired of fighting for the long distance, and it seems like they're running towards mid to ride around.
We do see Miami taking the middle. I'm very curious as to that's the play. There's a lot more areas to get shot from. I think taking control of one of the lanes is a better play.
Interesting. Serena's in a world of hurt.
GMR picking up the 2.
Wow, Miami's continuing this lead. They won't let up. We are getting these guns. No more sheriffs. They're still pushing in this lead.
We do see the Sky Heal come out of Reyna.
This instant heal back to back, back to back.
And we see Tryhard trying to get that ace up again. Does get shut down by Yip Yip.
Back to these corridors, like I was mentioning, it's just something about it, being able to just fall back and try to get more kills versus in a situation
This
where
team
you're
does seem very bottom heavy. I mean, no action going on at the top 10 of the map at all. Curious to see if someone will try to go for that Vandal over there to maybe make a turning point in the match, because one team is down 20.
Miami's just putting on a performance. Utilizing some of this guy ults.
This corridor fight does give me a little bit of deja vu going back to that one COD map where you can fight down that tunnel all the time. You do want to avoid that.
I'm back.
Everyone with utility, everyone with higher Vandals. The brawls are getting more and more hectic. Wow.
UCF making a slight resurgence, not quite down by 20 anymore, closer to 15. Action seems a little bit slower now. These fights are... GMR pulling out the Judge in round 3. Really seeming to take advantage of those corners of this map.
What do you utilize his fault right now?
At 14, playing all together, you cannot get through that firing squad.
Hopefully Drake uses Rolling Thunder here.
That Rolling Thunder could be devastating. And again, back up to a 20-point difference. Yoru pulling out the teleport.
In this spawn. Oh my. This is getting full hectic. It doesn't even matter anymore. People are just getting traded left and right.
Yeah. Not seeing as much of that KO knife as I initially thought. I thought he would try to be using that to shut down abilities and cause some confusion, but not seeing to do anything. And Miami dominating this match up by 24.
Oh my, they have 4 kills left.
If UCF can make it back from this one, that would be incredible. But 99-75, not looking too hopeful. And there's the final kill.
Kashi closes out 15 with a 25 lead.
25 lead.
That is a crazy statement. Those are fighting words. Wow.
Wow. Very dominant, you can see on the scoreboard there. Rudy keeping up on top of the other ones, but the rest of the team a little bit lower. That team comp switch up by Miami seemed to really put a pin. Only 2 duelists.
Yeah, no, this seems like the initiator just being able to just, follow up behind all your duelists and just utilize your utility for them.
All that util allowed for Mr. Tryhard to go in there at the start, pick up those kills. Gecko getting those judge kills, and Reyna just dismissing back and forth, doing what she does.
It does seem the UCF brand.
Rudy said he had to make it fun, He couldn't let them go 2-0. And
Oh, we're at Pisa. Nice. It changed from what was sent. Now it's Pisa.
yeah, it does give me a lot of Ascent vibes.
Yeah, I like how they kind of rework these maps. I mean, it would kind of make sense trying to do a team deathmatch with the original maps because it'd be very difficult to get into the heat of the action. And
Yeah.
I guess these maps do is kind of just refrain from players sitting on the side of the map camping and ratting.
It
Making
looks
the
like we're
game
gonna have a
more-
controller in this one. Tryhard looking about to lock into Brimstone
Oh
and
my.
Viper. Triple controller. Wow. Locked in with the triple controller. Very interesting.
No
And no
duelists.
duelists on the team.
That is crazy.
I think UCF is going to be very confused when they see this lineup, but maybe they'll make it work. Maybe they have a strategy.
That is incredible.
Oh,
There
you know
is
what I do
gonna be
see?
so
Wow.
many
So they
fights.
have two intel agents. They have Fade for that Haunt and Sova for that Dart. Are they going to be trying to shoot through the smokes?
That does seem like what they're playing for, and that might work.
Wow. A very bold strategy.
I don't think I've seen a Viper wall on any of these team death matches, because that Viper wall, it kind of is gonna be. Will it reset when they die? And the
Not
wall just
sure, but
comes.
that decay, you know, if they stay alive, that decay could really make it a lot easier to pick up those kills.
Because does it seem like maybe the wall is gonna be in one position the entire game, or maybe with each death respawns within her.
Yeah, not too sure on that one. Have not seen Viper played.
But we'll find
And we'll
out.
have to see how she utilizes that ult too, cutting off a portion of the map.
Yes, maybe it would definitely have to be towards a spawn, utilizing that Viper's Pit, trying to get players to run in, and it doesn't seem like your spawn's going to change anytime soon.
And you know, I'm not too opposed to the controllers actually. Those ults are gonna allow for a lot more kills. Viper setting up the walls and Chris
Wow.
up to the harbor wall. Amazing overhead view there.
Everyone's fighting in the stairway.
And it seemed like it worked.
Going
The
for the
confusion
knife.
caused by those controllers. Up
Looks
5-1
like a
with the team build.
diagram in here. Everyone's just rushing to get back into the fight. Brawl after brawl.
8-6, no team overly dominating so far. 8-7, 9-7. Rudy picking up the 3K.
Really slow pushing for this kill, and he goes down.
Thunder is shut down by JMR.
At least Thunder's get a better performance.
And the Sova drone goes in.
Slow droning in that's where these agents are kind of just flying around. Be very hard to do. Rudy is still on the stinger, causing
Rudy,
mayhem.
4K. This one's a lot
This
closer
Viper
to the last
running around with a
match.
pistol.
Maybe Rudy
Just
wasn't
like every
kidding.
Viper.
Had to make it fun.
That's
The Yoru clone does come in. And you know, the Yoru clone, I'd imagine, is going to be very useful. You're not going to have time to think about whether it's a fake or not. You just shoot the clone and you go on with your day.
Oh my. It just gets wiped out. That's how I feel. Trying to turn away from those flashes is just impossible.
Yeah, that Yoru blind absolutely devastating.
Kill confirmed.
Oh my.
Jim, we're pulling out
this new skin
Marshall.
side looks amazing. Something that I'm a fan of myself.
Oh, and he's shooting down a firing range with that.
Down and out.
Marshall does pick up a kill. Rudy with the wallbang with the stinger. Didn't know that was even possible.
Just smokes after smokes after smokes.
Target down.
Looks like a high schooler's bedroom in here. Oh my.
Yeah, it seems the smokes aren't proving to be as effective as they initially planned. Not being able to play so slow with those reveals as they wanted to.
Oh, he's picking up.
Jammer at the 4K with the
Jamar
ghost.
baiting his team, throwing his wall anywhere it goes. It does seem like the Viper wall is just disappearing or reappearing. And Viper is playing like most Vipers, just ratting around, utilizing all of these ratty corners to create himself.
Yeah,
Run
Harbor
around.
is cutting up the map, but I'm not sure if that's necessarily working to their team's advantage. I think it's just 50-50 for both teams. That wall causing confusion for their team as well.
And it just seems like Miami's going for a strat every single, seems like nearly every game. And it's just too chaotic to form any type of strategy.
It is. You know, you got these new game modes coming out. You haven't had coordination to play with your team. Really, anything can go in these kinds of games. JMR looks like he's waiting for that gun to spawn in.
I really felt like the dart and the haunt from Dade would definitely cause some type of mayhem, but I guess there's trying to coordinate some smokes while you're fighting is very hard.
It's just too fast paced. You can't really do it. And even if you can, you know, it gets broken pretty fast.
Oh my,
Why
Viper
was it
refuses to die.
The 4K with the Stinger. Rudy getting taken down. Wow,
Oh
the entire
my.
team of Miami right now going on a kill streak. Went 10 points ahead in a matter of seconds. And Viper coming with the ace.
Can someone stop this man?
Now Rudy does pick up the op. Maybe he thinks he can shut them down with that operator.
Oh my, can't hear anything, can't see anything. Trying to op in this situation is insane. Wall after wall, ult after ult.
Yeah, too many people moving. You miss one op shot, you're going down. I mean, you cannot make any mistakes with that operator.
Finally,
Miami
Kawhi
trying
goes
to
down.
Miami trying to solidify that 10-point lead.
Now they've managed to stop for a few seconds. And they're back into it again immediately.
UCF is closing the gap now, only down by 5. That Brimstone ult does come out, picks up a kill on Rudy.
The Jet doesn't care, just sitting on the open, taking fights and does not care. So many walls to go through, so many smokes. Oh my. Hey, it does seem like there is some sort of comeback coming back.
There is, you know, we saw the ults being used by Miami here. We don't know if UCF has any of those ults coming out.
Hands. Every time
the big thing is there's not as many impactful ults like here on UCF's team. You know, you have the Jet who's just knives. You have the Yoru who's not going to do much. On the other side, you have those controllers with those ults that can just absolutely change the course of the battlefield. You know, I haven't seen a hard ult come out.
I haven't seen the Viper utilize.
Haven't seen the Viper's Pit. Have not seen Harbor's ultimate. I don't quite remember the name, but will really be forcing them out of their comfort zone when he does pull that out.
Kawhi has to be the biggest rat in the game. He has been flying through these walls and all this smoke coverage. Finally,
if it works, don't fix it.
You are right. And working too much. Just hectic futile after util, swing after swing.
Yeah, coming to 10 points left for Miami, 20 kills for UCF.
And it seems like Kawhi is never going to put down this domain expansion of his.
They're not. UCF's trying to pick up that gap before the other team gets too close to finish.
Oh my. Jet is playing
a little bit of body block action.
Body blocking, of course.
Both teams being a little bit cautious here, not wanting to give up their lead.
They get put down. Kawhi, Leonard,
and Kawhi
and action.
Doing what they do. Keeping that Viper's Pit. They just don't need it. And they close it out. Well,
controller comp wins.
The controller comp does. We did not see any of that Viper's Pit or Harbor ult, which I am a bit surprised by.
You are right, and I was really hoping to see the crazy Brim Smokes, Harbor, just Wave and the Toxin screen just all in together and hoping to see the Initiator utility, but it does seem like it's just hard to coordinate something like that. It's impossible. There's so much fights happening.
Yeah. I do think the Brim Stim could be very useful.
They're playing another one. Hopefully they go back
to map 1.
If they were to do... If they do use the...
Killjoy
now. Interesting.
You know, I'm really interested to see how that Killjoy... It appears that Miami's really experimenting with those ults. I mean, that Killjoy lockdown could prove to be devastating.
Killjoy lockdown would be impossible. It'd be like doing a zombie map, Kino de Torden, just trying to fight the wave of people coming in, respawning, trying to destroy your KJ lockdown. It's gonna be impossible to pull off.
We're back to map 1, where there was a 1-point difference in that game that ended. Not too big of a change from the UCF loadout. You know, only one change for duelists instead of 5, but Miami opting for a Sentinel, which we haven't seen in these series so far. First game,
Miami has a whole bind loadout over here. Just maybe with the
they
Reyna,
do
with
indeed.
some Rays.
Still sticking with that Brim and Viper. That Viper really wants to use their smoke, get those rats like last round, and
I need
Brim
Kawhi
may
to
be
drop
trying
his
to whip out
domain
that
expansion.
It would now with this map being heavily mid centralized. I don't blame the Viper pick if they can take control of mid with that Viper's pit, since that's the main fighting area. You know,
Definitely see things happen. I still say that their best comp was the Initiators and Duelists.
that one was definitely the
Let's
most
see what the
exciting. A lot of
Sentinel-
action, really hard to keep up with, but you know, kills flying, and you saw that it was a very close fight, 199. Viper setting up that smoke to cut off the bottom, but it doesn't seem anyone's going down there. Actually, their whole team makes their way around the bottom.
Wow, they're
Go, go, go!
playing coordinated.
Yeah.
It's running around and round.
It seems they
Right on
want
the
to
edge of
keep
the
that back side. They want to have that back area that they don't have to watch anything, only look forward. And I think that is a smart play. And they're just kind of sitting there, it looks like.
Playing the king
They're
of the
just
hill.
trying to hole up in there and take as much big of a lead as they can, forcing the other team to push them.
It would make sense for the Viper pit.
But the Viper and Killjoy do go down. It's going to be a lot harder to hold that. And yeah, they clear up that area pretty good.
And they're doing whatever it takes. UCF is doing whatever it takes to get back in. It's almost impossible. This breach utility is definitely going to cause a problem.
Yeah, but I think they're really wanting to stick with that strategy to keep their backs sealed off. But UCF trying to overload one side and just force their way in.
The frenzies is not what it used to be. I just don't think it's a viable pick anymore.
I've never been able to use the frenzy after the changes. Just went even lower on my favorite list, but these players seem to be able to use it quite well. And Rudy's sticking with the frenzy, picking up a 3K.
Are they still going for the shot, trying to get it back inside in the lower angle? They are.
It looks like they're still trying to force that way in. Nobody going for those weapons at the top. Nobody really wanting those marshals.
Well, we got the sheriffs in, and we do know that Miami is crazy with the sheriff.
Yeah.
I think they're just opting for the Stinger meta because it's so close.
And I'm wondering if UCF realizes that they're trying to hold up down there. You could really make a lot of use out of those mollies, but they don't seem to be trying to molly there too much.
Oh, now they are dead.
Oh, but there goes
shot has destroyed everyone.
Viper getting 2 kills with the Stinger through smoke. A whiff from Simple there getting picked off with the sheriff.
They're really fighting for control of a certain part of the map. Before it was just them running around doing their best.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
now
the
it's just
top half
king
of the
hill.
map just hasn't been touched. Phoenix finally goes up there to pick up one of those health orbs, I believe.
Mick Tryhard is going insane.
And,
Putting a
and
clinical
Phoenix
foot.
looking with a slow lurk down through the top, but gets spotted by Killjoy, who gets taken down.
I wonder if Tryhard knows any setups for Team Deathmatch. That would be insane.
It really would be, and they don't seem to be giving up on holding that bottom area, camping that area, getting those heal orbs, the one that does spawn down there, forcing the other team to have to push them. Which, it is a little bit of a ratty strategy, but if it works,
Thunder is getting his first 3 today.
Yeah, I think it's
down
really lucky
immediately.
that UCF did get the breach pick. Being able to aftershock that whole area and stun that area is really impactful to this match. I think they would be down a lot more if they did not have
Kawhi continues to prove that he is the rattiest player alive. This man refuses to die. While getting killed by Yip Yip. A lot of whiffs there.
Not ready yet.
Kawhi.
Over. You're dead.
Yeah, that Viper top fragging for their team right now.
I haven't seen him in action in a while.
That's Sova looking for that ace. Doesn't get it, gets shut down by Thunderous, who gets traded by Takashi. And they just are not giving up in that bottom area. Even when it comes in round 3.
I refuse to continue this map without seeing this domain expansion in this corner with Viper ult.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just going to be devastating. You almost have to just You know, if you wait it out, you lose time. You lose on time, and if you go in, I mean, you get shredded. I mean, you really can. I mean, if you keep Viper in the back, you keep those other 2 people up, it's really hard to push into there. You get decayed, and you're gonna be one tap.
Now we're cooking. Stim beacon here. Right between the eyes.
Oh my. Jamar playing like me out there. Saw a look at my game.
I think UCF's
Why?
really wishing they had more mollies right now to just shoot into there.
Why
But it does
is
seem
a
that UCF is taking
madman?
control. It looks
Why
like
it has to be Michael
Oh.
Myers incarnated. He is just coming in random corners, killing people.
Yeah, UCF's trying to group up now in the bottom. Miami not opting to keep that bottom area anymore as they go into the higher stages of the game with better weapons. Breach picking
Now
up
they're
the
going
ace,
for
the
full
6K.
fights now. I mean, this is Tryhard's home. It doesn't matter if his team's not coming with him. He's going to stay here regardless.
Yeah, Tryhard has no reason to leave. You know, he's got one side watched by one bot, one side by the other.
Yeah, the recovery orb too. He has a whole setup in there. He actually does. He has a recovery orb to help him. He has his util out. He's routing in there. He refused to.
And it's working. I mean, you know, it seems like they forget he's there. The rest of the team's spaced out, but he's really making use of that area.
Even though his team
Viper still hasn't used
opted
her
out of it.
bid.
Wow. Here comes the Viper ult. Let's see if he's managed to keep it up. I mean, there's no way.
And it really is unfortunate, you know, how once you get that lead, you can just play that rad.
The Viper ult stays on. And it
And the
gets no
Killjoy
one.
ult goes out, doesn't get any detains.
That is unlucky there. I wanted to see a 5-man detain, hopefully. I can't believe he's managed to keep it up.
Yeah.
I guess he still got it in him. Oh my. Somehow Miami's always keeping up with this huge scoreline.
Yeah, this game looking a lot different than the first match on this map.
They're up with this 25 lead.
Employing that
again.
strategy with taking the bottom seemed to work out really well for them.
And we don't get to see the Viper ult again.
We do not.
My heart is shattered.
Absolutely
completely
heartbroken
unlucky.
not seeing that Viper ult. I guess she's saving it for 2 matches for the next map.
Exactly what I'm expecting. It was another fun game. I really like how Miami's coming in creatively each
They
game.
are. We see
Trying
Rudy
to
up
find
there
new
again,
strategy.
up there with the big dogs, but not quite enough to carry the team.
Just very consistent. He's just like me for real. Wow. That was a great viewing. Honestly, I did not expect this to go the way that it did. Miami really just came in with this lead. I mean, if you just saw from the beginning, it really seemed like UCF had it in them, but it's
Yeah,
only
they
so
did.
much
That
that my
first
president
match
can
was
do.
very close. You know, one of my first experiences with Team Deathmatch, had not known too much, but really interested to see how these teams will improvise their strategies and maybe switch them up in the future. You know, it's a new game mode. You could see all teams were experimenting with new ways to play, and so it'll be a very different game mode, you know, in some time in the future.
Yeah, I would like to see more maps remade, maybe something like Breeze or something like Lotus that's already a Corridors heaven.
Yeah.
So we would like to, I want to see something crazy as that just remade into something like that would be great.
Yeah, Rudy really was holding it up for UCF a lot of the.
So we're gonna do some
The
questions with
big dog's
Rudy.
up there in the top 3.
Do we? Okay. I mean, until he gets in here, that was fun. I mean, honestly,
Oh,
Team Deathmatch is incredible. I'm so
here,
glad
I
they added that
didn't
in.
realize, but the game was on Minecraft the whole time.
That is funny. Was it really? That is hilarious. Wow, we love some Minecraft, man.
I do love Minecraft. But that game has taken away far too many hours.
Hello?
We have Rudy. So
Yeah.
we're here to ask a few questions. I have some of my own, and then I'll leave it over to Sky and David to ask some of their personal questions. But I want to know, what are your first thoughts of the new game mode?
It's actually looking pretty fun. Like rare Valorant W.
What about the other game modes? Not as interesting.
Well, I don't know. All the game modes are just like remixes of stuff that we already sort of do. You know, like DMs and comp, and then just like remixes, like Swift plays like a quicker comp for unrated.
Yeah.
And then I don't even know if the escalation's high, but it's not enough. I think this one's pretty good. Maybe even like warm up. You look, you warm up all your little. You get like little stinger deagle for eco rounds. Warm up your pistols for a pistol round. Warm up your rifle for rifle rounds. So I don't know. Looking maybe really good for like warming up and stuff.
Do you feel like teams in the future will use that as like a warm up scrim, especially if they're waiting for like that last guy to come in?
I think that's pushing it a bit much.
No, it's not that good of a warm up.
I think that's a bit wishful thinking.
Okay,
From,
that's fair.
but I think it is really good. Like I think it's valid warm up for like ranked and stuff. You know, like you're trying to pull up to ranked. You know, you play like 2 of these, you get the movement gun. Everything sort of starts to get clicking, warm.
Yeah, it's a lot shorter than anticipated. Around 5 minutes per match on
Yeah.
average.
We could have done like a best of 5, but like everything we got ready. But yeah.
There
I
was
think
some
best of
issues
5
switching.
we solo.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know. For the last 3 games, we were lagging.
Oh really? That's unfortunate.
The entire team, all 5.
Oh no, that's horrible. That's unfortunate. We saw that you guys had started playing interesting stuff. First game was basically just like a bunch of duelists and stuff, and then like by the second match, we saw like Miami Dade. They started pulling out like the controllers everywhere.
Yeah,
I didn't need to play Viper.
These guys were a bunch of comedians. I thought we were gonna have a fun time little show match against the schools, run it down, 5 duelists every map, see which team has the better aim. But these guys think they're some comedians and they want to pull out controllers, throw up walls, and take control of like a part of the map, then hold it. Like, okay, I'll remember this. I'll remember this later.
I was surprised they didn't pull out the Viper. I was like, no way. We have the Viper.
Dude, me and my team were trying to chill. We're vibes-based gamers. These guys are doing too much. I'm gonna have a talk with Mr. Tryhard later.
Literally, Mr. Tryhard.
Yeah, no cap.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to ask. Give me a quick tier list. Obviously, there's only 3 maps. Which one is the best map, and which one's the worst map so far?
The one that's the worst is whichever one has that U part on the left side of the map that looks like a C. That map is horrible. That map should be banned and taken off the rotation. I think the Ascent one was low-key pretty mid too. Or not mid, but I think the Bind one the most.
Yeah. I
think the lanes were pretty cool. And like, I don't know, you could have like a lot of fights. It felt like that was the one that was hardest to get sort of spawn camped.
Yeah.
Or to like keep controlling. The one with the C, low key, if a team plays it like that, I guess, then win the entire thing.
Yeah.
But that was a little bit silly.
That was silly. We saw that they were either trying to smoke stuff off or just like sitting there with KJ. So that was the craziest thing ever. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the word silly for that.
King of the Hill or something like that. I didn't know it was point control.
I think it is good though that Valorant's making some new game modes though.
Oh yeah, I agree. I was very surprised out of left field, basically hearing that there was Team Deathmatch coming out.
Yeah, I'm a big League enjoyer, so I'm always a big fan of different game modes and stuff and stylizations. I'm a big ARAM enjoyer, big Earth enjoyer.
I love Earth, absolutely. One last question for me. Before the other two can ask any questions if they have any. But what would you say you would rather sit down and do? Would you rather sit down with the boys and play a Call of Duty Team Deathmatch, or would you rather sit down and play a Valorant Team Deathmatch?
Low-key COD, because I sort of grew up on COD. I played like I guess for us, like every childhood COD. like
Mhm.
all the Black Ops up until 3. Most I didn't play into Warzone, but I did play Warzone on mouse and keyboard and
Mhm.
stuff. So definitely COD. COD's like maybe an old COD. I don't know about this new stuff
Yeah.
we got cooking.
That's
But
true.
I'm down to always pull up, you know? I was always hyped for a double XP weekend. You pull up with the boys on the weekend, grinding domination, but yeah,
Late nights, absolutely.
the
Yeah.
late nights.
The new maps can't compare to a Rust or a Nuketown. I don't know.
No Caperton.
Yeah, it's Sky, David. What do you have? What do you guys were watching the match mostly? So what do you have to say?
I was still depressed about the Viper not ulting. I mean, that would have been crazy to just ult in like in your guys' spawn, and that I mean, but it was crazy, Rudy. You were picking up numbers. I mean, you didn't really drop off at all. You were just playing your game. Like, do you think
Never my
made
fault.
you?
I'm kidding.
What made you think like made you be up that consistently?
Um, I think I'm pretty good at like adapting to players. So like maybe I'll start off, I'll die a bunch of times, but then eventually I'll like figure out the gimmick and adapt pretty well. I feel like I'm pretty good at that.
Nice. Yeah, it did look like it. You were going crazy.
Not crazy enough, dude. I should have dropped like 40 every round. We would have won.
Yeah, it was honestly like the difference between like 20 kills or something. Honestly, if you like picked up 10 and a few other people picked a few more.
If I picked up 10, then maybe I got the ball rolling, the vibes going, then somebody else picks up another 2, then another 2, then 3, and then we win. But
Anyway,
yeah, I don't know. It was a close one. That was lucky a bit fun.
the
I
heart
think
was
10 mans
racing on
would be
that
fun.
first game.
I
99
do
to
actually
100.
Yeah,
have
that
some
was
curiosity.
crazy.
Out
What's
of
up?
curiosity, have you done like team deathmatch before you even? I mean, I know it's just new and recent, but have you done it before you got into like a match with someone, like a team,
What do you mean? I think,
like
well, yeah,
play
what do you
one?
mean?
Like, let's say like time is like taking too long, and you just like, I don't know if this happened yet. I know that's what I'm saying. Like this experience is low, but like, what if in the future, you play team deathmatch before you're gonna play against a team, right? But because
Oh,
like
like a
let's say
little
because you
warm-up
play
drawing?
time, yeah,
Yeah, I
like a
could see
weird warm
that.
up.
I could see it more so not for everybody's like mechanical abilities, more so maybe for communication, you know, and just working
Mhm.
as a team. Because I don't know how much because obviously you can't run strats, which is pretty big. Like you can, but it's not going to be any map you're ever going to play on, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I think comms in terms of like maybe using utility